Welcome to Bargianos. My name is Chuck, and with me, as always,
Matt.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Another day, another dollar.
Oh, something like that. I definitely need some more dollars in my pocket, but yeah, I agree. So what's new, my friend? What's going on? What's the skinny?
Oh, not much. Just another week. I heard you got some Bargiano swag in, though. Oh,
we did. Yes, we got some stickers. We got some magnets, and I tried out a T-shirt. I'm trying to get the Bargianos merch to be top notch. So you don't want this cheap,
Excellent.
Cheap stuff. So.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
All right, baby. Hit that mother freaking bell. Cheers, baby. Oh, yeah. I like that. Oh, yeah. That's good. What is about the very first drink of your beer that's just delicious?
Like Thirsty Thursday.
I mean, it's delicious. I've had a very long day, so I needed a first drink of beer today.
Yeah.
A little late in the day, but I can't complain. I was going to ask you, man, how's your week going? Has it been rough?
Oh, rough. Yeah, it's been interesting, for sure.
Yeah? Did you did you want to tell the audience what's going on or what happened?
Well, we got a new dog.
Oh, were you looking for a new dog?
I was not looking for a new dog.
Well, what do you mean you got a new dog?
Oh, Lordy. So here we go. So my daughter, my oldest one with my wife, she has been joking for about 3, 4, 5 years, telling my wife, I'm going to come home with a dog. I want a dog.
But there's no way that happened, right?
Yeah. So she would randomly text me and my wife pictures of dogs. She would frequent the shelter, frequent PetSmart, any place that had dogs. She would just go every other week, once a week, and send us pictures of dogs. Well, I would always joke with my wife, but she knew I was joking, saying, well, what if I bring home a dog? My wife's always like, oh, you're taking the dog back. I'll open the door and let the dog out. We have one dog. Well, let me back this up. We have 2 dogs now. Recent events.
You got a buddy.
Yeah. The dog we've had for a long time is 17 years old.
Whoa. Human years?
Human years.
Wow.
17 years. Little schnauzer chihuahua. Can't even talk.
Jeez.
She can't hear anymore. She can see. She still goes and goes and goes. So my oldest daughter tells me, hey, I think your other daughter's looking at dogs. Today. Not today, but 2 days ago. And I text my daughter, who's allegedly out looking for dogs. And hold on, let me grab my phone because I don't want to misquote this here. Let's see what I said to her. I know it was, me being dad. I said, "You're not getting a dog, are you?" Her response is, ... maybe. So I said, "Don't be silly. Don't do it." And she responds with, "No promises." I leave the text there because, past, it's been no big deal. So I get off work, go home, and as soon as I enter the house, I can smell the dog aroma.
First off, is it a rescue dog? Or was it a puppy? What is going on?
It's a puppy.
A puppy too.
A puppy.
You were smelling the puppy breath, is what you're smelling.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. It is a puppy.
That's adorable.
And she got the dog from a shelter. The puppy.
Really?
From a shelter.
Interesting. I don't think there's many puppies at shelters.
I don't know because I'm not in the market for a new dog. And So I yelled upstairs and I said, "Did you get a damn dog?" And then here comes the little munchkin running down the stairs.
I was coming to see its new daddy.
Yeah, no, that'd be granddaddy.
Can I tell you? I'm tell the audience a quick story. So we were at bowling last night when we were finding out all this was going on, and of course we're busting Matt's balls harder than a NBA player. But Waiho, whatever the hell we calling him,
Yeah,
he goes,
Yawo. He corrected us. It's Yawo.
Yeah, that's stupid. So anyway, I can't pronounce anything. That's why it's stupid. But he walk up and he goes to me. He goes, "Oh, I'm lock and loaded with some jokes here." And I was like, "This is gonna be great." And he had something on his phone. I thought he was like looking something up. And you walk up and he has because first off, we know your wife's gonna be was super upset at it, and you're getting pretty much in trouble for something you didn't do. But
Yeah.
he had a picture up on Etsy of a shirt that said was it dog's grandmother or grandmother?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something crazy like
grandmother of dog or something
Yeah,
like that. Like
yeah.
you can custom it. I lost
Yeah.
it, and I was like, "Please send it to me. I'll send it to her right now." And you're like, "Please don't."
Yeah.
Either you were in the zone last night, or you were not in a good mood, and it was pretty funny. But
No, I know my wife's not handling it well. So that same night, my daughter gets the dog. It's her birthday.
it's a good birthday. Get whatever you want on your birthday. Apparently,
Yeah, I'm like, damn, this kid just ruined her birthday.
I want the Applebee's. Is all I got for my birthday. You got a dog, a puppy at that.
Yeah, a puppy.
It's amazing.
So my wife's pretty quiet. We got some trips coming up. I kept trying to talk to her about trips, get her mind off it. Go to dinner. She's still pretty quiet. And we come home and we're in the car and it's just me, my wife, and my youngest daughter. And my wife looks at me and she says, "You knew about this dog?" And I said,
"Oh no."
I said, whoa. Like, let's back up. I knew about this dog when I walked in from work. In no world ever would you want me to call you while you were at work.
No. You made the good choice there.
Yeah, and say, "Hey, by the way, your daughter brought you home a dog." Like, no, that would never happen. So yeah, you know, she is pretty upset. I can't say I disagree with her. You know, my daughter lives in our house. But it's a difficult situation we're navigating. I mean, it's funny, right?
I gotta be on the side of the wife there. Like I said, it's your daughter. It's not your house. You didn't ask, and you said she works a lot. And if you try to raise a puppy, so I don't blame her for being very upset. And so
Yeah. So fast forward to this morning.
this is day 2 or day 3. Day 3, right?
So got this is day 2.5.
Okay.
You know, morning
time.
2.
It all sinks in.
Yeah. And I'm downstairs in my basement working from home today. Got some painters coming over, painting the ceiling on my main level. And I hear my daughter upstairs. I'm assuming getting ready for work, but it wasn't in my calendar that she was going to work. And the ring doorbell goes off, and I look at it, and she's leaving for work. Well, then all of a sudden I hear barking. 2 stories above me. And we allow this daughter to have a lock on her door because, she's got some stuff in there that her younger sisters like to take and use for themselves, makeup, hair stuff, brushes, etc.
Bargiano's merch.
Yeah. So we just let her have a lock on her door. And I texted my daughter, I said, "Does this damn dog bark every day like this? Because this ain't going to work out when I got to work."
Right.
She's like, "Well, he's in his kennel. He should fall asleep." She texts me about 10 minutes later and says, "Is he still barking?" "Yes, he's still barking." 10 minutes. 10 minutes long. I have no access to her room because she took her room key with her.
Oh, no.
So I made her turn around, be late for work, to bring me her key And I said, hey, this is not going to work out. I cannot have the dog barking all day. I got calls 2 stories above. I'm worried about these painters coming in, getting all annoyed all day from a dog barking. So she did come home. Once she let the dog out of the crate and just kept the dog in her room, then the dog was fine all day. I went up there a couple times to check on him.
Could you put it in the bathroom with it, making it quiet? I guess.
Yeah,
It's not farther away.
Yeah, it's just, puppy being a puppy and barking. So I did ask her too, it looks like a black lab. I was like, what kind of dog is it? She's like, well, they told me it's a lab. A lab mixed with what? Well, they don't really know.
A mastiff.
Yeah, I don't know.
A Great Dane.
I should take pictures and have our listeners email in and see if they can tell us what type of dog it is.
I like that idea. Maybe we'll put a poll up.
Yeah.
Something.
She says, well, they told me he'll get up to 60 pounds. I was like, they don't even know what kind of damn dog it is. Like, how do they know it's only going to get up to 60 pounds? So yeah, my wife's pretty upset about it. I'm probably too easygoing with my kids. I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. Life's too short. Like, let's move along. But
speaking of moving along, we'll let that one go. We'll come back to that one for sure, though. That's good. That might be a weekly segment from now on. This is fascinating.
How's the dog going?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the audience is caring, but this is the best things ever happened to me. I absolutely love it. So speaking of bathrooms, we're talking. Do you want to tell the audience what we've seen on TV for, I don't know what we were watching? Or read that about the here, I'll let you tell the story. Read this here, Matt. It was about the shower curtains in the hotels. It was traveling.
Oh, traveling glory holes. Yeah, that was the weirdest thing to me, and I didn't get time to do any research. But
you get to dig in it all?
No. Like, so they go to hotels with their own shower curtain.
Who's they?
I'm guessing hookers, whores. What are they? What's the technical name for people who work at Sherry's Red?
Sex workers?
Yeah, there's a legal name for people who work in legal brothels.
Make-A-Wish employees?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just call them that. But these workers, entertainers, let's call them entertainers.
Okay. We'll call them Brenda.
Travel with shower curtains.
Okay.
With glory holes in there. And I'm still confused, like, if the guy is on the shower side or if he's on the bathroom side, to where does he get the shower after it happens or does she shower after it happens?
See, my brain instantly goes to he's going to be on the outside of the tub because she'd be
right.
You'd see him,
right? Yeah, but I don't know how this works.
So break this down again for the audience, nice and slow, Matt. So it's a traveling glory hole. And it takes place in you said a hotel room, and
I believe,
and they cut a hole in a shower curtain.
Yes.
Any size of the hole? Do you have a preference? Does it make a difference?
I would never try it out, so I don't have a preference. But
not yet.
I mean,
not yet. And then the gentleman, or
I would have to assume they don't discriminate, so they all sizes.
Yeah, if you could see through the glory hole because you have too much room.
But they might have it like. Pick your size, like ring sizes, or you ever seen them rulers with circles in there?
Yeah.
So maybe, the high class ones have multiple holes and they have like, little flaps on the other side of the hole.
They're very accommodating.
Yeah. So you just pick your size, like rings or ruler holes, just pick your size and, maybe you pay by the size too. I don't know.
There's so many questions that are never going to go answered for
me.
I feel like I'm watching Lost. They're just never going to be answered, but interesting. So, okay. So
but great business concept, right? I mean,
I mean, I have 2 shower curtains here. I
Yeah.
could definitely do something. Maybe we should sell glory hole shower curtains. That'd be great.
Yeah, Bargiano's glory hole shower curtains. I mean, husbands, wives, if you're into that, we'll make it.
They're glorious.
Yeah.
Yes. Old glory. Interesting. I forget. We were watching it, or someone said something I saw, and I was like, "What are you talking about over there?" But yeah.
I hate to throw it at you, but your wife brought it up.
Did she?
Yes.
Did she?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have to ask her why she brought up the glory hole, but I'm really curious. I guess I'll have to ask her later tonight.
Yeah, that was.
I go upstairs and all the scissors are gone.
Yeah.
Where all the scissors go?
Yeah, you walk in your bathroom, you got holes in your shower curtains all of a sudden.
I think all my plumbing's leaking. It's just all the water's coming through the shower curtains.
Yeah.
Shit
Fantastic.
happens. Wow. What a great day. I mean, you got a dog. I might have a glory hole waiting for me. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's ring the bell.
Never know what happens after the show.
Speaking of my wife, she cracks me up. So she does the self tanner, all the stuff. It's always funny. She got it down pretty bad. You can't even. I'm gonna ask you. You can have a really tell. Don't look like fake. This is a real good job. Anyway, she was down here talking the other night, Saturday. We had a party over, and the girls were talking about tanning. And the one girl was saying, she's like, I'm so white. It's winter, and all. I just feel so pale, and I don't feel And she goes, in my feet. My wife goes, she's like, I got so fed up. She goes, I started tanning my feet. They're like, for what? She goes, just because it makes me feel better.
Oh.
So the point of the story is, it's so cold and nasty outside that my wife's tanning her damn feet. So I don't know. I thought that was good.
If it makes her feel good, Chuck.
I mean, I'm not going to see her anyway. There's a glory hole right there. I can't see her feet or anything. Well, maybe that's the only thing I can see is the feet.
Depends on if you're on the shower or the non-shower side.
So I'm thinking in this situation, I'm going to be in the shower, because if she's in the shower and the water turns on, her tanning stuff on her feet would rub off.
Oh, okay.
See, it's logic.
How does that work out when she's in your sauna?
The sauna, I don't know. I think she's only got it a couple times. So previous episode, catch the audience up for a Valentine's Day gift. I bought my wife a little portable sauna. It's a really small thing. It's like a little tent, not the one you pop your head out of, but the one you actually get into. Excuse me. And yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting. I used that the other night. You feel like an asshole, but it feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels funny. There's like a little bitty window, like on both sides of it, like a little plastic, like a tent would have, And every time it gets real steamy, I put my hands up there and I feel like Jack and Rose from Titanic. The hands come down. But then again, I'm referencing a movie. You've probably never even seen the movie Titanic. You've never seen Titanic. Okay.
Yeah. Especially Titanic. That's like 3.5 hours long.
I agree. It's a very long journey to get through that. But I also believe it's one of the biggest movie ever made. So you've never
probably seen bits and pieces, but never the full movie.
I'm not going to ruin it for. I hate to be a spoiler alert. They all die. So
all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, so why would I watch it?
It's very depressing. Well, if you got Leo, of course you got to watch it. Leo's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, never seen it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna catch you up one day. We're gonna have like a movie quiz or maybe some homework. I'll pick my 5 favorite movies and see what you think, because it drives me nuts.
I mean, it would probably you'd probably have to give me like 2 weeks to watch a movie.
Oh man. I'll get you to watch something, I promise. I was also I don't know. I was doing I'm doing my dishwasher before I got down here today. And are you like me, or when I say us, our family, do you have like 7,000 stainless steel tumblers in your house?
Yes.
Do you remember when those first came out and like the Yeti one came out and it was like $1,000?
Yes.
It was like, what, $60-$70? I think they still may be, but if you had one, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm the Monopoly man. But I remember getting a Coolie cup. I still have it. I think I paid $30 or $40, and it worked. I was blown away, right? But I'm like, whatever, I'll have it forever. Now you get the Walmart ones for $8, and they do the exact same thing.
Ozark Mountain.
Yes, the Ozarks. But do you? I was just noticing. I walked in there and I go, I have 40, and I use the same one, literally the same exact one, every time I'm getting water and stuff.
So I have about 3 or 4. They're 32 ounce. They're not all Yeti. None of them are Yetis. But I use a lot when I come to Bargiano's.
You do? Yeah, you do. You're always got a nice tumbler.
Yeah, so, I got 4, but my kids and my wife, they have the Awalas.
do you spell that? I'm not sure.
AWA.
Where you buy those?
I think,
fancier?
I think Target maybe.
Okay.
No, they're popular. But they're more the water bottles instead of the tumblers.
Okay.
So they use the Awalas. I mean, even if they spent $30 or $40 on them, they use the Awalas every day. They go to school with their Awalas. I remember when we went to school and had to bring our water bottles. Shit, our book bags would be soaking wet because it's sweat out the sides in our book bags.
And let me ask you something. You said water bottles. I remember as a kid never bringing water to school at all. And now if the kids forget the water, it's like they forgot their EpiPen or something. Like they're not going to make it through the day.
Yeah.
I don't remember one time bringing water to school. Like zero. I remember drinking out of the disease-ridden church water fountain.
Yeah, and I can agree and disagree with, bringing water. I mean, I am borderline germaphobe. Like, I hate being around people who have a cold. Drinking out of a water fountain for me now is disgusting.
I'm not saying now. I'm saying as a kid, though. Like, I'm just in general.
I don't want my kids doing it because I don't want them getting sick.
No, I'm not saying they need to go back to that. But I'm saying just as a kid, do you remember it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When the water barely came out and you're licking the spout to get the water out. I mean, it happened.
I remember being in grade school, and we would take turns. It would be like bathroom time, drinking fountain time, and there'd be a group of like 15 kids, and everyone, like you're saying, sucking on the hose like it's gonna, or the water fountain like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, or you got your friend pushing the side button really hard because it comes out extra. But my wife doesn't understand. In the summertime, I don't know what it is. If I'm outside working, get real hot, there is nothing better to me than water out of the hose.
See, not me. I got a 50-foot hose, so it's pretty warm, and but I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
I remember
it's just childhood memories. Like, ooh, I want to drink out of this hose. And
do you just like putting the hose in your mouth? Does it remind you of other things, or you just
a little slimier.
I like to take and stick it through my glory hole in my shower.
Yeah.
And
fill
smart.
up your bathtub.
Yeah. That way I'm not. It's kind of a guessing game, and you can turn the water off, and you can see if you can get time it just right. But every time I do it, there's like some weird tan color in the color. I think someone's feet were in there, but I don't know.
Maybe the spray to tan.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah,
makes sense. There's many things like that as a kid that they do today, and I'm like, man, we just every generation's like back in my day, and we're a bunch of pansies, but
yeah. And
I don't blame my kids if that's what they're used to. That's no, another weird one at our school. Their school, my kids and your kids. They can't use lockers.
Right. Yeah. No more lockers. And that, to me, that's a shame because that was the fun times for us. Like,
that's your social aspect of the day too.
Go to the lock. I mean, I bet you if I asked my younger kids, do you know how to open a lock? Mm-hmm. They would not be able to tell me how to open a lock.
No. Do you remember like going into, I guess it was high school when we got the actual like real locks that you're talking about?
Yeah.
I remember practicing for like an hour or two.
Like,
I was scared to death of getting there and be like, oh my God, I can't. What'd you have back in there? Like 60 seconds between each class.
Yeah. But by the time you knew that code, you could darn near do it with your eyes closed. 3 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, or vice versa.
How'd you know my code?
Yeah, I know.
How about that? Then the bell would ring.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, I got to get to class.
Yeah. But shoot, I mean, we had to carry books. We didn't get laptops.
No. Then they use these Chromebooks, which Chromebooks are fine, but like I feel like for as much as they're doing, they need a little bit better equipment, like iPads or something, because it's all, I don't know. It's always like, don't forget to charge your book, and they're not holding charges, and I feel like the world should be either Microsoft or Apple or something. They're just kind of, it's gonna be interesting in 20 years to see if these kids can use these other products.
Oh, it's gonna be tablets.
I'm just saying as far as what ecosystem of.
Oh yeah.
But who knows? It could be anything.
Yeah, but the good old days was stopping by your locker, grabbing books. But I will say the kids today are at a disadvantage, right? So I was never a great student. I had some below average grades at the start of high school.
No, I don't believe it.
Yeah, I get better as the years went on. But like the kids these days, like I can go on there and check my kids' grades. I did tonight because one has a negative cafeteria balance and didn't tell me. So I went on there. One had a missing assignment. Like if I knew I was getting a bad grade, I'd check the damn mail every day to grab that progress report. I don't know what happened to it. Now, I mean, sucks to be them.
I literally had this conversation literally last night or 2 nights ago with my oldest about that. I was like, we were just having fun. And I go, same thing. I go, if any email you get now, we get the same email you get. Back in the day, it was like, hey, here's your homework, do it. My dad didn't know, didn't care. 4 times a year, you'd see it and be like, either you're sucking, you're in trouble, or good job, son, and pat me on the head and give me a Snickers. But now it's like, and then you get like 3,000 emails from each teacher.
Oh, jeez.
And I respect. I mean, I get that they have a job to do and stuff, but I think sometimes they may forget that people have multiple kids in multiple classes.
Like Kona Ice. We get the email twice because we got, 2 kids in the school. Like, come on.
I'm a big organization person, like an Excel and all these things, and I go by colors. The colors, I can see something that pops out. And I told my wife, I go, I wish, because they have them like through the, first, second, or I'm sorry, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, whatever the thing is. You have to read everybody's information to get, and you have to find your own. I go, why don't they have it like a color coded where you can say, oh, 8th grade's red and then yellow's everyone or something where you can just read it real fast like that. But it drives me nuts. I mean, I get, 6 to 8 emails a day, and I'm between everything else. I'm like, I
tell you what, I don't even read the emails. I tell my kids I'm not reading the emails. Tell me what's going on. I get way too many emails.
Yeah, that's where the trust factor is going to come into. You gotta hope you're giving them the tools to do well and be responsible.
Yeah, I mean they got decent grades, A's, B's, a C here and there. Like I'm okay with that. The older one that's still in school, she can do better. She's just lazy.
Well, some people are smarter than others.
Yeah, she just needs to apply what she has in her to get better grades. She does enough to get by, and she's just naturally smart and doesn't have to work hard.
That's funny. And then you got the people that are, I would say not smart, just don't have the natural gift, and then they try harder as they can. They still can't keep up.
That's my younger one has to try hard as hell. I mean, still gets good grades. And, who do you, compliment more?
You can compliment me if you want.
Your hair's getting a little grayer and a little longer.
A little bit longer. It's more grayer on the side. It's distinguished.
Yeah.
I want to dye it like jet black one day. You're going to be like, what the?
But I do love my kids.
Well, it's good, man. I'm glad you love your kids.
They do a great job. I'm not talking
He feels all bad right now. He's like, oh, shoot, we're being recorded.
Yeah. No,
no,
feel bad.
You're a great dad. I'm just busting your balls.
Yeah, so.
Interesting.
Yeah, but school for these kids, it's rough these days. I loved it.
They got a big, there's a big, what do you call it? I call it a school dance. So I was telling Matt this story the other night. Our kids go to school, same grades, and they're having a get-together on Friday night.
Can't be a dance.
You got to buy tickets, and they've been talking to 17 emails, whatever.
Yeah.
So I told him this story, and he said he agreed the exact same thing. I said to my son, I go, son, are you excited for Friday? Are you going? Are you excited? He goes, yeah, I'm excited. And I go, cool. And I go, what time does the dance start? He looks at me like I'm 15 eyes, and he goes, it's not a dance.
Yeah.
And I go, excuse me? And he goes, this isn't a dance. And I go, what is it? And he goes, a get together. And I go, who's all going to be there at this get together? Teachers and other people. And I go, is there going to be music there? And he goes, yeah. And I go, will there be dancing there? And he goes, it's not a dance.
Yeah, I left it at that with my daughter, and I said, what time do I got to pick you up from the dance? She's like, it's not a dance. So
speaking of dances, when you were, I would say about their age, about let's say 6th to 8th grade, and I have an answer already. I'm going to tell you. When you went to like someone's house or like a school dance, what was the slow song dance that? Now we had there's 2 songs, and that was it.
That's a good question.
Did you have a song? Or too. What was it?
You know, so I used to always hang out at this place called Jamestown Sports Complex.
Oh, yes.
And they had the dare dances.
I dare you to tell the story.
But I don't remember the slow songs. I remember hanging out, listening to music, but I can't.
So,
if you tell me, it might be like,
I was
damn.
Say, so ours, 100% was Boys to Men.
Yeah.
You had, I'm probably, I'll Make Love to You, on Bending Knee.
Oh, yeah.
On Bending Knee. And then I thought there was one more, but it was off the same CD back then, because that's all everybody had was one CD. And then if you wanted to get super hype, because God forbid we were much young kids, we would play The Offspring.
Oh.
There was a part of it. It was like they got real crazy, and it said, "You stupid, dumb shit, goddamn motherfucker!" Like, and everybody got crazy. They said the F word. Everybody thought they were getting away with something.
Oh yeah.
But these 3 songs were everybody, and then the slow songs would be like, "Oh man, little Boys to Men just came on, and it's time to look around the room and see whose hand I can." Maybe grab a butt waist, you know?
Right.
And that was making it back in the day. You're just like, oh man, I grabbed a girl's butt and I danced back and forth slowly with a lot of space between us.
Right. You could fit a third person in between you.
Yes.
You know, but you're touching her butt waist.
Yeah, but but every once in a while you got to go down and you got to grab the butt, and it was exciting, and you're like, oh my god, I just got away with something.
No, I don't remember.
You know,
you were a bad child.
No, this was normal. Now, but again, I want to make this important. The butt grab was rare. It was like Indiana Jones grabbing that gold that Matt doesn't get the reference of, but it was a very rare occurrence. And when you got there, it was exciting. Again, this was puppy love, innocent, and you know, your hormones going 10,000 miles per hour. And
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Thinking back to those dances, and you know, thinking about the high school, I always laugh about, you know, looking up old high school prom and homecoming pictures and the crazy styles we had back then. So I can't wait to see what it's going to be when my kids are our age. And, you know, they look back and like, damn, I wore Uggs and White Fox and.
You know what? They say the 90s is coming back a little bit with the baggy pants and all that stuff. So it'd be ironic if it was exact same. It ended up being the same style.
So I've seen some ladies wear I think they call them mom jeans, you know, the high water jeans, you know, for a while. Now the kids were wearing the low waisted, and now they're wearing the high rise and the bell bottoms.
Right.
And so it's crazy how things come full circle. I mean, look at that Adidas jacket from the 1980s. Sporting it well.
You like that?
Yeah. Your wife even made fun of you that you were going to wear it on the show. She rolled her eyes and like, what's going on here?
I'm very eccentric style wise.
I'll have her pick out your outfit next time.
You gotta be confident to pull these kind of things off, man.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
That's all that is. But yeah, well, yeah, we'll bring that back up sometime. Those the school dances, because I got more to talk about that. Maybe we'll bring the songs on. I'm talking about little snippets.
Oh yeah,
that'd be interesting. But I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it's time to wrap the show up. You want to hit that bell one more time, and we can
have a drink.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, till next time, Chucky B. We're out.
Bargiano's out.